Hello, good morning, welcome back to the Home Renovation Experts. Before I say anything about what I'm doing and what I'm into in a second, 1,000 subscribers I hit last night. 1,000 people, 1,000 of you sit there and go, you're right, I'll watch that idiot for a little bit. So thank you very, very, very much. It's quite weird actually to think there's 1,000 subscribers, but yeah, just honestly, it means a lot because it's not the figure, because it's just a statistic, but it's the point. I do these videos to help people to do things themselves, and if on any level you people find this informative or helps you out or gives you the confidence to go out and do something yourself, then that is it. And then if YouTube give me £5 to go out and put a few adverts in and I'll get myself a free Starbucks for doing this, then all the better. I think that's a win-win for both sides, okay? So yeah, just a massive thank you. So all you regulars, thank you so much for watching. All you new people, hello, and I hope you find the content useful. Right, okay, so anyway, bathroom refit. I have now just gone ahead and you can now see decorator's corked the joint between the finish all the way around the top, so that is now all done and dusted, no gaps and cracks, which I like very much. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do it live. Test the waste. That's all working now, so I'll get some water in it, and then basically I will then just keep an eye on the shelf, basically, because that's a telltale sign. If you're going to get a drip, it would just obviously go straight onto there. What I'll also do is I'll get a bit of blue rag in a second, put that on the shelf, because sometimes you can't see. If it's just a tiny little drip, you won't see it necessarily on the white shelf, but if you put a bit of blue rag or something on it, a bit of blue tissue, you can see exactly if there's any water then. Now I've tested that, we'll see how it settles. I'm now going to get on and basically get some siliconing done. So basically, the silicone obviously all the way around the sink. And what I'm going to do is, I think this is from Tool Station. Now people get confused with like silicone and they can do a really rough job and they're trying to use their fingers just going everywhere, they're making a right hack of it. Dude, just use some profile tools. They're a piece of piss to use, honestly, and a perfect result every time. It's a no-brainer. So this one, I think it's about 10 quid or something for Tool Station. It's got a silicone remover, okay? Forget that part, it doesn't exist, all right? But that part is brilliant. And what it also comes with, you got all these different heads that come with this kit. So each one gives you a completely different profile. So obviously a sharper edge, a really pointy edge, a nice curved edge. And it literally, if I could do this with one hand, they just pull off, slot on a new one, buff, and you're done. It's easy. I cannot stress how easy it is. Well, I think I just did, but you get the idea. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go for a semi-medium profile. And I'm gonna silicone right from the bottom, all the way up, all the way across, all the way around, and then onto the shelf, across there, and there. And then I'm gonna put it against the corner, and I'm gonna transfer it to decorator's cork, because only really this area is a splash point where you're gonna get water ingress coming onto it. But here, leading into that edge on the boxing, I want it to be decorator's cork so it can be painted. So, you know, if you ever want to cut a nice leak line down to it, absolutely fine. It is that cross period between putting silicone onto a painted surface, but sometimes you need to if there's going to be potential for water. So that'll be silicone. That I've already decorated corks going up there. Yeah, it's just marrying the two up where it needs to be. So yeah, because obviously water protection is the most important part. So I'm going to go ahead, use my special tool, get some silicone work done, and then I shall see what time the screen is hopefully turning up. Hopefully this morning, because that'll be champion, and I can crack on and get that done. But in the meantime, I've got some grab rails for the client to put on. One going here, so as she gets in, grab it there, and then pull yourself in. Another one in here as well on this wall, just help steady. And then what's the other one? Oh, and a unit going up here. It wasn't part of the price, but it's, for me it's like 10 minutes, so it just saves them a job, so I could whip that up as well. So we can help people out, you help people out. That's the thing to do. That's done. There's a mirror going up as well, if memory serves. I'll see if I can get it up as well. So yeah, perfect. I'll crack up all these few bits and pieces. Right, so like I said, I've done a deck caulk at the top, so I'm now just sticking some grab rails up. So, little top tip, so these are 7mm raw plugs, which is going to be lovely jubbly, they're going nice and deep. So, how do I drill these holes? Because obviously I've got 3 surfaces basically. So, the first one I do, through the MDF aqua panel, it's a 5mm wood drill bit. So obviously, before I just start randomly drilling holes, put it on, check the client, make sure we're happy with the angle that it's going to be sat at, like that. just draw a mark around each leg. Once I've done that, I then put it back on the wall, marked off where exactly those holes are, just on the one for the second. Then went in, like I say, piloted those 5 holes with a 5 wood bit. I then went in with, because at that point I'm now heating tile, so a tile bit. So what is this bit, 7mm as well? Yeah, 7mm. So I went through with that, that then gets me through the tile. And then once I hit the brickwork, I then went in with my 7mm masonry bit, like that. So that way you've kind of gone through every different layer and you've made the holes. Now, what some people do is they'll put that on the wall and they'll mark both sets of holes. I don't do that, because sometimes between doing that and then drilling those holes, you then go to screw it up, and for some reason it's not quite aligned and it's a ball ache. So I do one first, I then put it up, physically put one screw in just to hold it, then I'll mark these lower ones, and then I'll do the same again, make those holes do it, because that way I know everything's going to line up exactly where it needs to. The other thing I say is that I see these things fit all the time, and people, for some reason, will only put like 2 screws in. People, it's a handrail, okay? It takes weight to actually pull yourself up. It's there as a grabber, it's there to physically bring yourself up. If it's got 5 holes in it, you're supposed to drill and fit 5 screws, okay? Don't half-ass this, it's worth doing it properly. So I'll get this hammer back. I'll then, once I've got that flush into the wall with a hammer, because obviously it's sticking out there, but I'll just put it in for demonstration purposes. I'll then get a screw, put it into the hole, and I'll just tap the hammer with the screw loose, and I'll just force this right back into the brickwork. Because if I just push that flush against here, I'm only sat in 10mm of this. Going to be a bit of a gap because there's silicone between that and the wall, so it's not going to be very good fastening. So I'm going to push this flush, get a little screw, tap the screw, which is enforce this right back into the recess of the hole I've just drilled, and then I can screw it up there. So there you go. That is now on, and that is, trust me, is going flipping nowhere. Now, this one is going horizontally, so it's going to be nice and perfectly level. Now, you could try and hold this here, mark those holes, and hold a level on it whilst also trying to pencil the holes. It's a pain, okay? It's just a pain. So what I'm going to do is, this is where the client wanted it, so I've got obviously the circle for the first one. What I'm going to do is, you can just see I've put a little circle inside that first one there. I'm going to get that one screw in before I mark anything else off, and I'll show you why in a minute. So there we go, look. One screw in, wrong angle. But now, just bring it up here. Ironically, for me, this is still a bit difficult because I'm trying to video it. Oh, I can't put that there. Hang on, bear with me a second. Convince my phone to stay. Is it still there? Yeah, it is. Right, perfect. So now, that's handy, that's sharp in there. I've got 2 hands, I can now just get it up, get it lovely and level. And because I've got one screw in, I know that all these holes are going to be in exactly the right place, so I can actually, on this one, go ahead and mark all 5, like this. And I know it's not going to be slipping and sliding around and mucking up my marks. And there you go. How simple is that? Also, take note that with this side as well, because this is in direct, the splash zone as it were, before I fit this and screw it in, I'm going to run a big sealant all the way around this perimeter, okay? So that just means any water spraying then won't be able to permeate behind it, okay? Because there'll be silicone in it. I mean, obviously helping to hold it as well, but really it's just for waterproofing this, because if you've got holes in here now, I don't want it to get inside the aqua panel. So again, over-engineer everything and you have no problems. Happy days. Did I show the cabinet on the wall? It's been a few hours, I can't remember, but cabinet, perfectly leveled. 2 screws at the back top edge, easy peasy, all plugged in. Love it. And now look at that window, look. There you go. There's a double surround put in now. That looks flipping tasty. I actually prefer that to the corner trim. I don't know why. I'm just cool like that. But I think that looks stunning. So that's all siliconed around it all now. I can't remember if I showed you, but obviously silicone around the sink. That's all in. Obviously, you know, the handrails are in. Done and dusted. So, yeah. That's looking nice. So it's just waiting on the screen now. So I'll tidy up what I can tidy up. I'll give it a hoover up and stuff, and then once the screen turns up, I'll get that whipped in. But hopefully it shouldn't take too long to do. I just need it on site. That'll be useful. So it's due before 6 o'clock. It's now 20 past 3 in the afternoon. Now butting stuff. Will it get here before I need to leave? And we'll have to come back tonight. Stay tuned.